You're listening to the Daily Sales Tips podcast, and I'm your host, Scott Ingram. Today's tip comes from Luke Floyd. Luke is a senior account executive at Deal, where he works with mid-market clients. With a diverse background for musical theater, debate, the military, and 7 years in sales, Luke's intention is to achieve personal, professional, and financial freedom through focused and authentic sales excellence. Here he is.
Hi, I'm Luke Floyd, Senior Account Executive at Deal, and my tip is about passively gathering sales intelligence. As knowledge workers, our attention is being fractured in so many ways. Apps buzzing, emails incoming, new bake-off episodes to watch. Point being, if you want to focus on continual practice, setting it up to passively come to you rather than actively searching for it is key to finding some value in this inundating stimulus. What do I mean by sales intelligence? A target account just raised their Series C, posts about it on their blog. A huge case study client for you was mentioned in a competitive analysis with other lookalike targets. A competitor drops hints towards their talk tracks against your organization in Twitter posts without directly tagging your company. All of these things have happened to me in the last week, delivered to me in my inbox or a simple fashion. So, to start passively gathering sales intelligence, here are 3 simple tips. First, select your tools. For me, I use a combination of Google Alerts, Twitter List, and LinkedIn Sales Navigator. There are pros and cons for each, and maybe one is better than for your industry than others, but point being, you want tools that will send you information on a regular, routine basis and are easy to digest quickly, like this podcast. Step 2, set them up. For Google Alerts, I have each of my top 25 accounts set to deliver daily email alerts. I also keep track of industry keywords. For me, that's remote work, employee misclassification, and global expansion to receive emails with the latest content. For Twitter List, I have a couple different types. First, I have all of my competitors, including key executives, on a private list. This allows me to not only see their corporate narrative, but also the subtext being pushed by their leaders. You'll find trends of what talk tracks to expect when you compete. Conversely, I have a private list of key prospects on those top 25 accounts, so I can see what's on their mind. Specifically, I use a free app called TweetDeck, allowing me to display multiple feeds at once, clearing them each time I check them. For LinkedIn Sales Navigator, it's pretty easy to go in and set up lists on your target accounts so that way you can have the information rolling. Step 3, calibrate. Google Alerts is particularly key to calibrate well because it can deliver a ton of irrelevant information. Either adjust the source settings to narrow in to only news sources rather than blogs, or flag repeat offenders as irrelevant. Curating Twitter List does take effort because prospects and competitors are continuously changing. You know that hour-long block you invest in your skills on Fridays, right? Great time to knock this out. For LinkedIn Sales Navigator, keeping a clean account list is the most important thing. I use the news feed religiously to see key updates on hiring and expansion, but if that list has junk, it's just more distraction defeating the purpose of the passive nature. Having valuable information to share makes you more valuable to your customers. It keeps them up to speed because you're acting as a filter for the important information they might have missed. If this helps, connect with me, Luke Floyd, on LinkedIn or Twitter at BizLuke. Thanks.
For those links to connect with Luke on LinkedIn and Twitter, just click over to DailySales.Tips/1021. Once you've done that, be sure to come back tomorrow for another great sales tip. Thanks for listening.